What up, world? My name is Justin Case, and I'm back with a very special video for you today. I'm not here to waste your time, so let's go ahead and get right into it. This is another episode of Wishlist Wednesdays, although this will be posted on a Thursday, so just my bad. I couldn't get to it yesterday. So let's go, man. The first game I want to talk about today is Ark Raiders, man. This is an amazing game already. It's been talked about for a while now. The opinions are already out there. There's really not much to say. Uh the main thing is that it is now launched. Um and I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people on my PlayStation friends list are playing it already. Like this is something that I know people are locking into. A lot of my friends played a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of Battlefield, a lot of just FPS games. So this just falls right in line. Got a little bit of something for everybody in it. And I think that's why this game is going to win. Man, they 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 came out real strong. I remember the announcement trailer a couple of months back. Excuse me. That I first saw. I think that was at the PlayStation Direct. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I was blown away the moment it came on. It's extremely cinematic. The visuals are great, very high fidelity. And the gameplay is extremely fun. So again, this game is going to win. This game is going to have a lot of people playing. It's going to have a very strong fan base, a very strong player base, and people are going to be playing this for a very long time. So, like I said, there's not much else for me to say. The opinions are already out there, man. So, there's that. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. I am going to be playing this. I am a huge fan of Dragon Quest. Always have been. I had the original games on I believe on SNES and on Game Boy. I was a huge fan, man. Especially when they allowed you to have the creatures as pets and the breeding and training. That was, man, that's what really drew me into the game. And I have always been a Dragon Quest fan ever since then, man. So back when it was Dragon Warrior. So yeah, this is it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna be playing it. It looks amazing, man. And we already know that the gameplay is going to be great. They have added a lot of things to ramp up the quality of life because the game is 30 plus years old. So yeah, I can or around 30 years old. I don't remember exactly when it came out, probably 95, 96, somewhere around there. Um, yeah, I can't remember exactly right now, but yeah, period. This game is going to be one of them ones. Just for me personally, I don't know about everybody else, but I will definitely be putting a lot of time into this. I will be pulling out my handheld emulators and downloading this immediately. So that's that, man. There's no, again, not a doubt in my mind that this is going to be a great game. It's worth every penny. Yeah, point blank period. This style of JRPG really like set the tone for an era. Like there's no way to argue that, man. From down to Pokemon to almost anything you can think of kind of came from this a little bit. They were trying to use this as the format, in my opinion. So, the next game I want to talk about is Arken Age. So this game has already set itself in stone. It is definitely a game of the year contender as far as virtual reality games go. Um, yeah, it's been ported from PCVR over to the Quest, and that's what's releasing this week. And you guys know I focus a lot on MetaQuest games, not just PCVR. So that's why I'm putting this out here today. But listen, the developers allowed me to play this in beta months ago, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. At the time, we weren't allowed to share footage or anything like that. So I wanted to give y'all a fresh reaction on my reviews, my content when I posted on YouTube. So I have not played the new version yet. I'm extremely excited. Cannot wait to bring that to y'all on the channel. I am extremely excited. Even the fact that the V83 update seems to have fixed my issues with recording. This is perfect timing, man, because there was no way that I wasn't going to be able to get footage to y'all. I was going to be pissed if I was not able to get the footage out to you guys. So um yeah, I'm excited about that one, man. This is, like I said, this is a game of the year contender for virtual reality games for sure. Like it is, it is no doubt about it. It has everything. It has the graphics, the gameplay, the story, the hype behind it. Just when I first got into virtual reality games in April, this is one of the games that people told me to put on my radar. Um, and back then, all the only footage we had to see, like, to the public, was just PCVR footage, and that was kind of my introduction to PCVR gaming was Arken Age. Because I was obsessed with trying to figure out how the graphics were so much better on PCVR than on the Meta Quest. And at the time, I really had no knowledge. I pretty much didn't even know that you could use the Meta Quest for PCVR. And this was the game that introduced me to it. So at the time, man, it blew my mind. I had already known about Half-Life Alex, but I thought that was I don't know what I thought that was. I didn't know that PCVR was a little bit more accessible than what I had thought prior. So, man, listen. This is probably one of the best ports that I have played so far. Um, there really hasn't been too much issues, bugs, or anything like that that I encountered when I played. I did have one um bug, but it was more like text. It was the text was a little placement was off a little bit. But that was it. And I never even saw that again. It happened one time, never happened again. Um so yeah, like I said, bro, this cannot wait for the general public to go ahead and play this game so we can talk about it, share content. I can't wait to see some of the clips that you guys start posting, because I guarantee you there are going to be a lot of clips and content out there for this game, man. Again, that's Arken Age, bro. Arken Age, October 30th. That's the video will be posted on October 30th, so there should be content out there already. The next game I want to talk about is Drop Dead the Cabin. It This is the reverse of the last game. It got a PC VR port. Game used to be on Meta. I think it was on Meta Quest 2. Actually, I think it was on there back then. I'm not sure 100%, but it finally got a PC VR port. So that means upgraded graphics, uh, just upgraded everything all around the board, man. So, uh, yeah, I know this game has been like the most requested game from my like small group of friends. I have like 4 or 5 friends that I play VR with, and a good bit of them have all asked either me or each other, do they play Drop Dead the Cabin? I have not gotten a chance to play it yet. But because of this release on PC VR, there has been a lot of hype going around about it right now. So I'm going to have to try to check that out. I'm going to reach out to the devs and see if I can get a review key for that, because I would love to check that out, man. I would love to check it out. It looks great. And again, a lot of my friends have already said that there is a great gameplay loop in it. So I can't wait to check it out. Yeah, plus I'll have people to play with, I guess. I'm not even sure if it's co-op or what. Like what is exactly going on, what game modes there are in game. So I'm gonna check that out, man. And hopefully be bringing some footage to y'all soon. I gotta get some more co-op gameplay on this channel, just in general. And the problem with that is either most of my friends play contractors, and that's all they play, or they play very um they like skewed games that most people don't play, so it wouldn't really be beneficial to bring that type of stuff to the channel. So soon though, soon. I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to get a couple of my homies into VR because of my brother, my cousin, and a couple other people I'm trying to get on, into VR on the content creation side. So hopefully I'll have some people to lock in with real soon here on the channel, man. But the next game on the list today is Zero Caliber 2 Remastered on PCVR. Um, I want to give a big shout out to this game, the developers behind this game, for two reasons. One, they just hit a milestone for having one of the most wish listed games, I think, on Steam or just in general. I know they ran a campaign where they were trying to get as many wish lists as possible. And they even discounted the price of the game at release, you know, by how much wish list they received. And that type of interaction with the community, in my opinion, is like that alone, you win. I don't even care what the gameplay is like. I don't care what the game looks like. That alone, that kind of interaction and doing something like that for your community is just amazing. It was a great idea. I haven't seen that before, honestly, outside of like a Kickstarter. This wasn't a Kickstarter campaign. This was just a social media campaign, and they pulled it off, man. I think they reached like 40,000 or 45,000 wish list by the end of it. I'm not exactly sure. I will pull it up so you can see it on the screen. But I'm very proud of that. And the other thing I want to give them a shout out for is this was one of the first development teams that allowed me a review key. That's how long ago I reached out to them, and like they were a legit one of the very first companies that allowed me access to their game. And at the time, that was the very first PC VR game that I ever tried out. Um, and so I just want to give them a huge shout out for that, man, because that kind of was a little bit of the push that like let me know like, okay, you're doing the right thing, continue what you're doing. Um, I got a ton of no's before I got some yeses. So that was a huge turning point at the time. The first game was actually Slap Fighter VR. That was the very first game um that sent me a review key. The very first MetaQuest game that ever sent me a review key. Uh and I think Zero Caliber was like the third. I think Elsewhere Electric was the second, and I haven't been able to bring any gameplay to the channel because again, I don't really have many people to play co-op games with. So, fortunately, I haven't been able to bring any content from that game to the channel yet. But trust me, I will very soon. Um, but yeah, Zero Caliber 2, man, the game looks absolutely amazing, amazing. The game the franchise has already had a lot of praise because the first iteration of the game, they did so much work behind the scenes on improving it from the state that it was in upon release, and it just had a lot of high praise. It kind of, you know, fell off a little bit, I think, after time, and people started getting interested in other games. But Zero Caliber 2, they came and they have not stopped ever since they put this out. They have been uh improving, listening to the community, and doing every single thing that they can to stand out. And this is the proof. I really don't even have to say much, man. You can go and do a little bit of research on their history and see how they ended up in the space that they're in today. But trust me, man, y- this is a great game. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. You will not, you will not be disappointed spending your money on this type of game. And you guys know I don't even speak about the games that I feel won't, you know, aren't worth it. I truly don't. I try to only showcase games that I know that I myself would play and that I myself would enjoy thoroughly. Outside of that, I'm not even going to speak on it because there's no point in me speaking negatively, you know, on games unless there's a reason for me to speak on it. Hey, if it's bad, I'm gonna tell you. So, hey, go check it out, man. Zero Caliber 2, PCVR. Um, listen, don't miss out. Don't miss out on that. It's a great experience all the way across the board, man. The next game I want to tell y'all about today is a long survive. Um, listen, this is another co-op game. It's a lot of co-op games this going on MetaQuest right now, man, or just virtual reality in general. So yeah, A Long Survive. This game right here, it looks great. It looks like it has a ton of good gameplay. I reached out to the devs. They have sent me a key, but I have not gotten a chance to play it yet. I haven't got a chance to get any footage yet, but I will be bringing that to the channel soon. This looks like a ton of fun. It actually looks like something that me and my brother would dump a ton of hours into. My brother plays an egregious amount of Dead by Daylight, and this is his type of game. You know how it's hard to pull somebody into a game, or you try to put somebody on to a game and they just kind of hesitant. That's my brother. He's hesitant. He plays what he plays. He plays what he likes, and it's hard sometimes to get him to step away from what he's playing, man. Because I'm telling you, he plays Dead by Daylight every single day. Like, that is his game. Um, so I'm trying to get him into VR. I'm trying to get him to invest a little time, because he'll play the games, but invest time into other things outside of that, man. Because god damn, I want to play something with you, bro. So A Long Survive looks like the type of game that I could get him to play. So yeah. The next game I want to talk about today is actually Reach. And I know we talked about that last week, right? The game came out last week, but it came out in a state that wasn't 100%. Some people were even saying that the game was unplayable in that state. And so they finally have released the update. The update came out on the 30th. I haven't got a chance to play it yet, but I will, and I will be bringing content to the channel immediately. You guys know this is Reach is my most anticipated game of the year. I thought I wasn't gonna get a review key from it, and I randomly woke up one morning and they sent me a review key. So I am extremely grateful for that. Then after that happened, I ended up having the issues with the recording. So I was terrified. I was terrified of recording any gameplay because I didn't want to lose the recording and not have the progress for the channel, and then have to go back and play the game again, possibly playing it more than once because of that issue. So finally, the game has now had its update. I can give my real raw reaction to the game after the update, versus what people were experiencing in the beginning. So I'll have a fresh take on versus what majority of everybody else had. And I don't have the issue with the recording anymore, so I will be able to just relax and get the gameplay and not have to worry and check every 2 seconds if the game is recording and functioning as it's supposed to, this, that, and the third. So, oh man, that takes a weight off of my shoulders. Y'all don't understand. So, extremely excited about that, man. Um, those are all the games from this week. So y'all jump down in the comments and let me know, what games are y'all interested in this week? What are you excited about? What are you anticipating? What are you spending your money on? Because ultimately that's what it comes down to. And then what do you think is a hard pass? Like, what games on this list do you just have not a single interest in, and why? I want to know. Um, Outside of that, man, that's it. And then I'll have another video for you on Friday, the Untitled Weekly Show. So I'll holla at y'all in the next one, man. I love you. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Peace.